Today, I wanted to talk about something that nobody seems to be questioning, the myth of work. You know, I said this before, like everybody just walks around acting like, hey, this is what life is supposed to be like, you know? Work, sleep, repeat. But I'm sorry, I just can't. I refuse to ignore the strings that are pulling us all. And I refuse to believe that I'm the only one who sees it for what it is. It's a scam. Come on. We were told that working hard leads to success, that if we just put in the hours, we will be rewarded. But here's the truth. The system was never designed for us to win. It was built to keep us running, making money for someone else. By the way, if you want to be the first to know about new content and see more of my journey, follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Seriously, the YouTube algorithm, it's not trustworthy. Okay, they don't want you to see the truth. Okay, let's get into it. So, people love to say that if you don't like working, just do something else. And if the world handed us a list of options and let us pick, that would be something. But even if it was the truth, like, how did we really pick any of this? Like, historically speaking, work wasn't about passion or fulfillment. It was about survival. You know, when agriculture began, elites hoarded food and land, forcing people to work in exchange for access. And later, during the Industrial Revolution, people were ripped from their homes, pushed into cities, and crammed into factories. Just think about this for a second. If I go outside right now and plant an apple tree, you know, to have food, I probably would not be allowed to do that. Kind of makes you wonder. And now let's talk about that 40-hour work week that I won't shut up about. I don't care if haters don't like this, but I need to speak my mind about the 40-hour work week, so there's that. This was never about giving us a balanced life. It was about designing to maximize output. It was about keeping workers just comfortable enough to not revolt. Just look at the Great Depression. Millions were unemployed, struggling to survive. And what did the governments do? They didn't fix the system. They just found ways to force people back into it, you know? People were tricked into building pyramids. It feels like I'm repeating this in every video that I make, but I just think it's just such a great example. Whether or not they were slaves or paid workers, I have my own thoughts about that, but you know where I stand if you see my videos before. It doesn't change the fact that the system forced them into it. Now today, it's no different. We were tricked into believing that work is what makes us valuable. You know, schools were designed to create obedient workers, not thinkers. The entire education system prepared us for jobs, not for freedom. And corporations, they don't care about us. In 2008, millions of people lost their jobs overnight because of corporate greed. No warning, no safety net, and they still want us to believe in job security. It's just silly to me. Now, let's talk about what work actually does to us human beings. It keeps us busy, it keeps us tired, and it keeps us distracted from questioning the system, you know? We just don't see the strings because we're so busy and tired. So, what's the alternative? I think that we need to start by realizing that we've been lied to. And the first step is to see the cage. Think about this. Fight Club was 100% right. You are not your job. The system makes us believe that our worth comes from what we produce, but that's a trap. Now, I don't have all the answers, but my experience is that when I stop believing in the work myth, I start to look at life very differently. Instead of asking, what job do I want? I start to ask, what kind of life do I want? We were taught to trade our time for money, but time is the one thing we can never get back. So maybe it's time to rethink what we are really working for. If you enjoy the content that I create and want to help me keep going, consider supporting me on Patreon. It's $5 a month, but trust me, your membership makes a huge difference and you'll get access to all sorts of tutorials and behind-the-scenes stuff and extra content, basically. And also, your name will be in the end credits of all of my videos. As always, thank you for listening. Do me a favor and tap that like button to show your support, and subscribe if you're interested in more content like this. Until next time, stay hungry, relentless, and strong in your journey of escaping wage slavery. Bye. Oh, you're still here. Oh, that's right. It's the behind the scenes vlog. So this segment of the video, it's where I share more personal things. It's mostly for my subscribers, but if you're new here, you're more than welcome to stick around. So the idea behind this particular video, it comes from basically a lot of coworkers that I've met. You know, they seem so into it. You know, their roles at work. They are either very good at pretending or they really fell for the work myth. It's not just a job to them. It's a definition of their persona, you know? It's who they are. And I find that so sad. I really do. But I'm not gonna sit here and lie about this. Like, I don't see myself as an enlightened free spirit. I fell for it too. The difference is I woke up and I saw the bullshit. And I think that you do too. And knowing the truth is half the battle, because that's how you start getting out. So don't give up. If you look at my development of the course of the last 6 months, I started making wage slave videos, and then I started my own business. I opened a web shop. I created a digital course. I wrote my own book and a ton of PDF tutorials. So I'm working on my escape. And you know as well as I do that I'm gonna succeed. Now the big question here is, will you? Now, that's all I have for today. Hope you enjoyed this video, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.